NoogaRadio Outdoors. You're listening on AM 1240 or 92.7 FM on Nooga Radio. You can also check us out. We are live streaming on YouTube. I'm live streaming on Facebook. You can find us on TuneIn Radio, on Shoutcast. And this is Cindy. I am your host, your outdoor activity, events, and adventure guide for our community. You can email me. Please email me at nrocindy@gmail.com. I want to share about your events and your tournaments, your festivals, your activities. I'm going to go over that today. I've got a guest coming out for the second half of the show, but for the first half, I'm just going to highlight some of the guests that we're having and just keep trying to connect people and help them to connect with the different resources and people that are here, trying to connect them to the great outdoors. Again, email me, nrocindy@gmail.com. I'm glad to have you on the show, especially if you're a nonprofit. I love, because so many nonprofits have golf tournament fundraisers. They have 5K, 10K fundraisers. Some of them have very creative fundraisers, in the outdoors. And I love the opportunity to use this platform to help a good cause, to raise money, because it's helping this good cause, but it's also encouraging and helping people to get outdoors and get active. And folks, this is one of the best things to do. Me and some friends actually made new friends last weekend by joining a friend at the Heroes Walk last Saturday. And that is a great opportunity to get active and contribute to the community, to a good cause, and get involved in your community. You don't really, if you don't have anybody to walk with, just show up. I'm telling you, you won't be lonely. I don't know the count on this particular event, but there was just thousands of people, and it was just, the energy there was great. We walked and we had a great time. We had some young people with us, and they actually got medals for completing a full 5-mile walk, which was awesome to get to watch. So this, I love the opportunity to have this platform to share about those types of events. And I'm going to remind you about some of those here today, because it really is just a win-win-win. It helps the nonprofit, it helps a good cause. So you're contributing to the community, you're contributing to a great cause, and you're helping yourself, because it's really important to get outside. I always quote Lori Hooger. Hi, Lori, if you're listening. She says that oxygen is energy. We need it. We need it to thrive. And I know that I'm loving this platform, because I started a business at the first of the year, and I love the outdoors. I'm a very active person. I mountain bike ride. I'm getting back into hang gliding. I love golf. I love hiking. I like to fish. I like to hunt. I just love being outside, and I've had the opportunity to be outside a lot and be very active the last couple of years. But with starting a business at the first of the year, I've had to get back to getting very intentional, and I'm really appreciating this platform, because it's by preaching to all of you, it's holding me accountable to get intentional about finding ways to get outside. And I'm loving the opportunity to help other folks, because I get it. I understand the challenge that it is. Because NoogaRadio Outdoors wants to promote and encourage fundamental opportunities for change to how people live. This is a community initiative sponsored by Nooga Radio. This is why I like to say that Nooga Radio is Cindy's Choice. I have my Cindy's Choice business, which is, it's the same thing. It's connecting people with the resources and people that they need, but it's more B2B, business-wise, where this show is connecting them with a healthier lifestyle. But of course, it all intertwines, it all overlaps to some degree. But this is a community initiative to really contribute to our community and help people to live healthier lifestyles here in the wonderful Chattanooga area. And people, we are blessed. We are so blessed to have the resources that we do here. And we just want to make sure that everyone has access to the activities, events, and adventures found in the great outdoors in the great Chattanooga area. the scenic city, River City. There's just so much here to benefit from. And always, I want to give a quick shout out to our wonderful sponsor, Chicken Salad Chick. Chicken Salad Chick, Chattanooga.com. There are 2 locations. If you know the downtown location, it's kind of between Broad and Market and 7th Street at that corner there. The wonderful thing about that location is you can call ahead, and they have curbside service. You can pull up there on 7th Street, and they'll actually run your yummy chicken salad out to you. And there's 12 varieties of chicken salad. There's just something for everyone. There's spicy varieties. There's some with fruit in them. There's the classic Carol, which is just the plain chicken salad, which is awesome. And I love talking about it on this show because it's 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. And there's some people, I mean, they want to find good foods that are healthy, but there's some people that they have limitations and really like to know about the opportunity to find quick to go food that is healthy for them. Again, Chicken Salad Chick, Chattanooga.com. We appreciate them and their sponsorship for this platform so much. And you can call them at 423-781-1330. That's 423-781-1330. And again, I'm talking about how a lot of what initiated this program is that you have to get intentional sometimes about getting outside. Now, I have access a lot to, people that live an outdoor lifestyle, and they are blessed to have, their careers are in the outdoor lifestyle. I got to experience that briefly when I got introduced to hang gliding. I actually got to live over on at Lewis Chapel over on Mowbray Mountain in Dunlap, Tennessee. I got to live in a loft apartment above the hang gliding shop while I was learning to fly. And it was just an amazing time for me. And I get to have, now it's really tough. I get to have a lot of those people on the show now that are getting to live their passion. And that's a lot what Cindy's Choice is about, is helping people to realize is you can live your passion. You can find a way to intertwine what you love and what's good for you into your career. And that's what I've done with this platform. When I got the opportunity for radio, and I'm like, oh, I'm not getting outside as much as I used to. I love the outside. How can I incorporate that into what I'm doing? And I found a way to do that and also make it a win-win-win for everyone. It's a community initiative to help everyone get outside and get active. It's holding me accountable to get more intentional than ever while I'm in this window of starting a business, and it's harder for me to get outside. Each week when I'm preaching to you, I'm preaching to myself too. So that works really good and gets me out there. So it can be very intimidating. It's not for lack of desire to get outside. I think most people have an innate desire to be outside. A lot of it is what we get accustomed to, what we get used to, that the habits that we have. It's not always about lack of time. I do something we call 2-minute walks. When I've got a day where I'm stuck in front of the computer all day, and I haven't been able to get outside, just a quick 2-minute walk. I have a really we live on a very high, steep driveway. And then when you get to the bottom of the driveway, there's a little uphill to the cul-de-sac. So that's a very beneficial 2-minute walk. It's getting up and down 2 hills. But I'm telling you, when I get back, I am so revived. I am so refreshed. My cognitive functions much better. I can think more clearly. Getting outside affects so many things. I know. I recognize when I haven't been outside enough and getting some outside activity, my sleep gets irregular. We have a clock. We have an internal clock, and so many things contribute to that. But and I know, like right now, like I can hear some of you, like, oh my gosh, how are you going to get outside? It's so hot. It's so humid. But that's a lot what this show is about, because we've been introducing you to some very cool activities that you can do outside during the hot, humid summer. There's so much rafting, kayaking, paddleboarding is so popular right now. And getting outside, it doesn't have to be something high adventure or, super hard work. Just getting outside in itself is very healthy. But I talk about getting intentional, and I'm an extrovert. I'm a starter. It's easy for me to kind of get out and initiate things and make things happen, but it can still be very challenging for me. So I could think, oh my goodness, people that aren't as creative as I am, or aren't, don't take the initiative the way I understand to do. I know it's got to be really challenging for them. And that's what I want to help you with is the more people, the more guests I can have on the show, the more familiar you'll get with the activities that are around here. And my goodness, there are so many things to do here. And I'm enjoying discovering myself all these things that I didn't know about. Like we had Adam Cobville with the YMCA yesterday. I didn't know that the YMCA had an outdoor adventure program. And that was incredible. And it even has an adult program along with, the youth programs and camps that it offers as well. He talked about a Moab multi-sport adventure that's coming up in September 18th to the 22nd. And any of these things that I mentioned, if you want more information, just email me at nrocindy@gmail.com. That's nrocindy@gmail.com. And I will get you connected with these folks. And you can also go on YouTube. And just Google YouTube, NoogaRadio Outdoors. And you can look. We have all these shows are I don't know what you call it. I guess in my library, my YouTube library. And you can view about these different topics. But Adam was on just yesterday, and I just was amazed to find out about what they're doing at the YMCA that relates to getting outside. And I love what he talked about, getting the youth outside. A lot of, if their parents aren't outside people, this is their introduction to the outside. And there's so much benefit to them through what they can learn, and getting that seed planted with them. Because what happens, I know I camped when we were children. We camped. Now, I wasn't involved in a lot of outdoor activities. I wasn't encouraged to do team sports and things like that. But I really believe that when I got away from that for a long time, when I did get reintroduced to the outdoors, I just, I went right to it. I adapted very quickly and fell right back in love with it. And I'm so thankful for that. Before I forget, I want to plug another event because it's coming up this weekend. And it's something that I'm going to be involved in. I was talking earlier at the opening of the show of the benefit of the fundraisers. Because, again, when you're contributing to a great cause, you are, getting involved in the community, and you're contributing to yourself. You're getting outside and you're getting active. And these are great family events, solo events, friend events, team like work events. They're just great all around events. And the Teen Challenge, the 5K River Run and Walk with Hope, is this Saturday. And you can call them at 423-756-5558, 423-756-5558. And the website's runsignup.com/TC5K run. That's runsignup.com/TC5K run. And this is going to be a really, really cool event. I'm going to have the Teen Challenge people on to some other programming that I'm doing. This is a wonderful cause, and that helps people. It helps people turn their lives around. And I hope you can make it out there. Please look for me if you do make it. And I urge you to go ahead and register for that. It's only a $25 registration. And again, it's for a really, really good cause. Another guest I really enjoyed having on, and there's so many. I loved having Sunshine with Outdoor Chattanooga. This is another type of organization. This is the city, and I didn't realize that they offered these different services with, they have classes and camps and programs for, like, there's bike commuting 101. It's a free class. It's the third Monday each month from 6 to 7 p.m. And again, if anything that I mentioned, just email me at nrocindy@gmail.com, and I'll do my best to get you connected. But the Outdoor Chattanooga also has, what is this? It looks like want to learn to flip a kayak. Wow. So, and it looks like they can actually, well, yeah, they can actually teach you in a pool, which seems to me a lot less intimidating to learn to flip a kayak in a pool before you actually got out on open water. They actually teach, learn to ride a bike and learn to ride a bicycle with their programs. They have a mountain to town downhill bike adventure that I plan on getting. I've signed up for a couple of those, but it didn't work out scheduling. I'm really looking forward to checking that out and reporting back to you and having Sunshine back on to talk about that as well. There's an introduction to mountain biking, and they've got, that's just another one about bike commuting, but they've got other, I think there's like an evening paddleboard event that they do. And all these are like on a regular basis, so you can plan ahead and schedule to get involved in those different events. And I've had Kathleen McCarthy on a couple times. She's the program director with the Chattanooga Junior Golf Development Program. And I love having them on. I serve on the board of the Golfers Development Program. And I love these types of events that teach the young people life skills through the event. And, there's a lot of time. I mean, that's, team sports. Most of us are familiar with the benefits of being involved or having your children involved with a team sport and what they learn through the discipline and the life skills they develop through the coaching and so forth. But that can also, golf is a lifetime sport, and there are tons of analogies that are easily recognizable as you play that apply to life. And one of my favorites is, I don't call myself a golfer, but I do golf. I like to say I golf well enough to where if people don't mind me going along, like people that golf and do pretty well, they don't mind that I go along because I'm serious enough about it and I'm consistent enough that that I can be included. But what I love about golf is, you'll go long periods without playing, or you're playing regular and you just have an off day and you're just hitting these crazy shots. But when you leave that day, what you leave with is remembering those two really good shots, or even if it was just that one, you remember, like, that perfect hit that you had on the seventh tee. That's what you leave with. And I love that, because if we have that, that's what keeps you going back to the golf course, is remembering that. And I love that. It's a great life analogy. Focus on the positive, just focus on what was good and keep going back and keep trying. And you'll get better, and it'll get even more fun. I really enjoyed too having Phyllis Nicholson with the Dogwood Lodge. She visited with me. That is a really, really, it's a great lodge that's just right out here in the Stoddy Daisy area on the waterfront. So that's great for outdoor activities for families, for youth groups, for corporate teams. That they have a great facility. So when we're talking about getting outdoors, it doesn't have to be, high adventure. It doesn't have to be, something rigorous. It's just about getting outside, and you just start where you're at. If you're not getting outside at all, just go to the zoo. It was so much fun having the zoo on, and they're going to be on weekly here very soon. Because it just going. There was just a few weeks ago. It was the first time that I've been to the zoo as an adult and enjoyed it as an adult without my children, and I loved it. I just had a whole different perspective, and you walk around, and it's perfect because you're walking outside, But, there's some inside areas as well. So when it is real hot, you can kind of get a break from the heat. But there's just so many ways to get outside and get active. And again, you do have to get intentional. I'm a starter. I love riding my bike in the summer because it creates a breeze because it is really hot out there. It can be hard to walk in the heat. But last summer, I'd moved out into Ooltewah, and I had to get creative because I didn't want to be out on the trails by myself, on my bike. And when I was closer to town, it was easy. I had quick access to downtown, and there's, plenty of paved paths dedicated toward, biking. But I'd initiated this net walking group, and it was really challenging because it took me a while before I could find, a couple other people that consistently walk. Because, if you try to start something all on your own, then you're going to overwhelm yourself really quick. And my point with this is that I had to get real intentional about finding some kind of activity when I moved away from the activity that I had easy access to. And it ended up working out really good. There was a good consistent group of us that ended up walking consistently. And that way we encouraged each other, even when it was hot, even when it was raining or whatever. And again, my point with that is that you do need to get intentional. And I want to help you with that. So email me at nrocindy@gmail.com if you would like my assistance with connecting with any of these groups. Please keep watching us. Right now, we're airing on 92.7 and 1240 a.m. Nooga Radio every afternoon at 2 p.m. from 2 to 3. That's about to extend to, I'm sorry, Tuesday through Thursday, but we are very quickly here. We're extending to 5 days a week. We'll be on Monday through Friday from 2 to 3 as this network has developed very quickly. And we'll be able to the calendar's filling up, quite frankly, because it's a great platform. And I just feel so privileged and so thankful to be able to be involved in this community initiative. I'm very appreciative of Nooga Radio for allowing this platform. Another quick shout out to Chicken Salad Chick. Thank you for the sponsorship of this program. And of course, Cindy's Choice always wants to recognize Nova Advisors for their contribution that we can allow these platforms as well. We're gonna take a break, and I'm gonna be back. Nate Wilson is back with me with Cycle Boats, and we have some really interesting things to talk about that'll kind of continue on the subject of finding activities, of getting outside, getting active, and connecting in your community. Thanks again. We'll be back shortly. This is Cindy. Thank you.
The Tennessee Valley's news, talk, and sports leader. Nooga Radio, AM 1240 and 92.7 FM.
Sell your house now. Let iBuyChattanoogaHouses.com